Yesterday, I was talking to a friend who spoke about a terrible experience of sitting in a place and they were consuming booze, and then they had to reach a railway station which was supposed to be a 1 hour drive. But when they got into the taxi driver said, "We can't reach because we are late. It's a 2 hour drive." So this one of the guys who was drunk, perhaps the most, said, "Don't worry, I will drive." And he drove like mad, and they reached the railway station on time. This is one story. I also had employed one driver who drove very well with me, but once when we had gone to Pune, he wanted to come back a little earlier than what we wanted to come back, so he drove like hell, right? We reached, and so both these drivers were big risk takers, and that is how they drove. They just didn't care. Both these guys later got killed in completely different accidents. One guy got killed in Jaipur perhaps, and one guy got killed in UP, because my driver had gone to UP, and then after some time he didn't come back, and his phone, nobody would pick up his phone, and after some time somebody picked up his phone and said he met with an accident and he was killed. Obviously he was driving somebody's vehicle. I don't know what happened, but so why am I bringing this up? It is just to tell you that even in trading and investing, many people start trading and they make some money. So after they make some money, they think it is their skill which is making them money. Like for example, in the last few months, I bought BHEL at 70 rupees. I bought it at 25, I bought it at 50, I bought it at 70, and when I bought at 70, I said I have to now start selling, because the 25 rupee share was already a 6-bagger. So at 125 I sold, and next day it went to 135. This is bound to happen, but you also need to realize that that 70 rupee share which I bought at the BHEL share which I bought at 70 had reached 125 within less than a month, maybe 2-3 weeks, right? And that I thought was just too much. So I booked my profit, and then after that it has gone to 135. Maybe by the time you watch this video, it could be 145. These things do happen, right? The history of equity markets is full of such speculators. I think there was a guy called Jacob Little, and then of course Jesse Livermore is more famous. I think his name is Jacob Little. Jacob Little. Jacob Little is the name. He made a fortune and lost it 7-8 times, and he died a pauper. I think Jesse Livermore also died a pauper. These are guys who made a lot of money and they speculated. Now, even when you're watching cricket, or when I used to watch cricket, when Sehwag hit a ball outside the off stump and he was caught, say second slip or something like that, or when Yuvraj hit a shot and he was caught at cover, our great ex-cricketer, batsman, commentator would say, "Oh, he should not have taken that aerial route, he should not have hit that shot." But face it, 90% of Sehwag's runs would have come outside the off stump. Yuvraj, if you did an analysis, 70% of his runs would have come from lofted shots. That's how he hits. That is his style. And yes, he should have hit it better, he should have hit it further away from the fielder. All that is right. But to say he shouldn't have taken risk makes no sense, because that is the way he bats. So to say Livermore or Jacob Little shouldn't have taken risk is wrong. If you are a trader and an investor, remember certain things, that if you are making a lot of money very quickly, it is luck. It is not your skill. It is just luck. You were there, right time, right place, and it happened that you bought the right share in right quantity and you made money. It has happened to me in the past. Even recently, I mean maybe 2 years back, I bought Tata Power at 30 rupees. I bought BHEL at 25 rupees. That's luck, because you can't get the timing so perfectly right always. Sometimes you can get it, but luckily for me, both in BHEL and Tata Power, I kept buying till it was say 70, 75. And then I sold Tata Power only at 270, and now I believe it's a good buy even at 270. That's somebody else's call. But if you are making too much money very quickly, it is time to book profits, because something is wrong, right? You have been very lucky, so book some profits at least. Second, be humble. understand the role of luck and understand the role of your knowledge, because when Tata Power came down to 30 rupees, I thought it was ridiculous that it should be available at such a low price, or Coal India was available at 120 rupees. I thought it was wrong for those shares to be priced so low simply because these were good companies with dividend paying. There was a 5% dividend yield in Tata Power at 30 rupees. Those are all fine, but then the speed at which when you get money, some profit booking is a must. I am not a big seller. In fact, I sell only to buy. In 43 years of my investing life, I've never sold to spend. I've almost always sold to buy something else, right? Whether it is buy bonds, buy gold, buy equity, whatever, but it is to buy something. It is never with a view to spending. I've never, my current income has been good enough to meet my expenses, and I have not had any big major expense. So therefore, I've been able to not to sell in panic, right? So yes, you may have to sell sometimes in panic when you think that, especially if you're leveraged, you may have to sell in panic. Since I'm not leveraged and I have adequate money to fall back on, I have not had the need to sell in panic. Sometimes some others may have strategies much worse than yours and they buy, or I have some mutual funds whom I can't name, whose reputation is not something that I would not touch them with a barge pole, and so today they might be giving very good returns, but to me it doesn't matter. Somebody's strategy is scary enough for me, I will stay away. I will not go and put money into such a person's mutual fund because I know his or her track record, right? So I don't want to put money in such companies where if I am not happy with the quality of the promoter, right? So that is another thing for me to worry about. Now, what all can you do? Yes, like I said, sell quickly, book some profits. There's nothing wrong. Be humble. Understand that this kind of thing cannot happen very regularly, and take some profits off the table and keep buying something which you are saying, okay, this I'm buying for the long run, right? So these are some of the things that you can do to make sure that you don't lose too much money, and make sure you do not bet too much money, right? From the age of 30, if you have been speculating and now you are 58 years of age and nothing has gone wrong, one day if things go wrong and you lose your house and your whole portfolio, that is wrong strategy. That is excessive trading. Understand what you need to protect yourself, and as you get richer and older and wiser, presumably, make sure that you are covering your bases before you speculate. I'm not saying don't speculate, I also do, but I speculate with an amount which I can afford to lose and it wouldn't hurt me at all. Do I make money speculating? Yes, of course, that's why I do. Is it a good thing to do? Yes, with a small portion of your portfolio. Like if you have a 10 crore portfolio and on a 25 lakh portfolio you're speculating, you're not doing too badly, right? But on a 25 lakh portfolio, if you're speculating on 20 lakhs, that is bad. So see, like they say in Hindi, aate mein namak ya namak mein aata. See what you're doing, see what size you're doing, be humble, book profits, take money off the table. All these things are very useful even while trading, not just while investing. Thank you.